Welcome to Elgin High School for tonight's District 18 5A softball game between the visiting Lady Cougars from Connally High School and your Elgin Lady Cats. We ask that you help us follow Elgin ISD COVID guidelines by wearing a mask at all times and staying distance between others who do not live in your household. First, we will introduce the visiting Lady Cougars. The starters for tonight for Connally are Sabrina Druin, Selena Rebel, Leah Martinez, Gia Sarate, Gabby Haddad, Tina Williams, Leilani Kapua, Helen Barnwell, and Grace Ward. The reserves for Connally are Faith Ward, Sydney Robinson, Angela Reyes, and Jasmine Ramirez. The Lady Cougars are coached by Erin Hamilton, assisted by Victoria Causey and Brenda Samuels. And now introducing your Elgin Lady Cats. The starters for tonight are Kelsey Calhoun in center field, Haley Gerard at shortstop, Isabella Ramirez at third, Hannah Riley at first base, Morgan Heine at catcher, Aubrey Gonzalez in left field, Emily Sumner at second base, Peyton Altmiller in left field, Jalen Roberson as the DP, and Emma Neidig as pitcher. The reserves for the Lady Cats are Dakota Brown, Emily Sumner, Cameron Davis, Mackenzie Ferris. The Lady Cats are coached by Adam Adams, assisted by Pat Roberts and Sarah Aleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to ask each of you to stand and join us in a moment of silence in memory of Willie Simmons and Alyssa Broderick. Willie and Alyssa were tragically taken from this world yesterday. However, they have left us with memories of their loving personalities, bright smiles, and genuine care for others. Please join us in a moment of silence to remember these two incredible athletes and in prayer for all of their friends and family left behind. Thank you. At this time, we ask that you please stand and honor our country in the playing of the national anthem.
The first pitch in from Natick, a called strike as we are underway here in Elgin. Cameron Parker on the call for Vype Live as the Elgin Wildcats taking on Pflugerville. Connally here on senior night. And Natick's first two pitches. Back-to-back strikes with Sabrina Druin at the plate. The catcher for Elgin, or excuse me, for Pflugerville, Connally. And she sends the third pitch foul behind her, 1-2. Or excuse me, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch high into the air behind the plate, and that lands right in front of us. Oh, 2. Druin stays away for ball 1. The 1-2. Line right up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Sabrina Druin. And Pflugerville Connally with their first base runner. So now with Druin on first, that'll bring up Selena Vrabel, the starting pitcher for Pflugerville Connally. She sends this bunt, and a great play made by the first baseman, Hannah Riley, with a sliding grab to record the first out. Druin stays at first, but now one away. And that brings up Leah Martinez, the shortstop. And Martinez wings first pitch, strike 1. Now the 0-1. And Martinez stays away as that ball just misses down low. First ball 1. Now the 1-1 down low. 2-1 count. Druin thought about it, but she stays on first. 2-1 pitch to Martinez, and she fouls this one off. And the count evens back up at 2-2. Now the 2-2 from Natick, and she strikes out Martinez. So now 2 away here in the top of the first, and this brings up Gia Zarete, the first baseman. Druin still on first base. The first pitch to Zarete is fouled off. 0-1. The 0-1 from Knighted. That's in for strike 2. Oh, 2 count now, 2 outs. The pitch from Natick, and she strikes her out to end the top of the first. 2 straight from Emma Natick. And we'll head to the bottom of the first, where we'll see your Lady Cats at bat. away blacks. Elgin, of course, home whites, black pants here on senior night. So Calhoun's ready, Vrabel's ready, and now we are up here in the booth. And the first pitch to her, down low for strike one. Calhoun shows bunt, this one just a little bit late. That is fouled off for strike two. So now Vrabel with their first batter has an 0-2 count, instructing her right fielder to move back. Now the 0-2. Calhoun puts this in the dirt. Referee's going to say it's fair. Calhoun gets to second base now as that ball goes behind the first baseman, running to third. And that will be a triple off the errant throw for Kelsey Calhoun. And now Pflugerville is coming out to contest the call. I don't believe that ball got outside of the batter's box. And that might be what Pflugerville's manager is saying, as now the two umpires will meet and discuss the call. And here comes the call, and they're going to rule her safe. So now after the error from Pflugerville, Connally Elgin already with a runner in scoring position to start this game off, as now Haley Gerard at the plate. And Gerard watches strike one come in from Vrabel. The 0-1, Gerard stays away, and the count evens back up at 1-1. Ramirez on deck for Elgin. Hannah Riley in the hole, and now the 1-1 from Vrabel. And this one finds the strike zone, strike two. Now the 1-2 to Gerard. She swings a little chopper to the shortstop. Clean grab to throw the home. Not in time. Gets away from the catcher. Gerard to second base. And she will be safe. And Elgin takes the lead 1-0. So now at the plate, Isabella Ramirez after the fielder's choice from Leah Martinez. I couldn't see it. So the pitch to Martinez, and she sends this in the left field. Needs to get down and just foul. Vrabel still doing a little bit of directing out there on the mound. Having her outfielders positioned in the correct spot that she wants them in. Now the pitch to Ramirez, and she just fouls this off. So now an 0-2 count for Isabella Ramirez. No outs. Gerard on second base. The 0-2 from Vrabel. And outside for ball one. That was just on the corner. So now the 1-2 line right to the shortstop's going to get through Martinez's hands. Here comes the runner home. Gerard would be safe to throw the second base. Not in time. And an RBI double for Isabella Ramirez, and Elgin now leading 2-0. So now Hannah Riley at the plate. No outs for Pflugerville here. This is lined up the right field, gets through to the outfield. That's a single. Here comes Ramirez. She's being waved home. She will lightly jog into home plate, and Elgin 3-0 here in this first inning. So now that brings up Morgan Heine to the plate. Elgin doing a bit of damage in this first inning. Riley going to second base. The throw in time. Trying to make the out, and she does. As Riley trying to dodge her way around the tag. So the first out comes on Hannah Riley trying to steal second. Good throw from Pflugerville's catcher, Sabrina Druin. So now one out, base is empty for Elgin and for Morgan Heine, 1-0 count. And she stays away for ball two. The 2-0 from Vrabel. And a called strike, 2-1 now to Morgan. Heine swings and the count evens back up at 2-2. So Heine stepped away from the plate real quick to talk with Coach Adams. Now she's ready to roll here. 2-2 count. One out. As Selena Vrabel Now throws the pitch. Popped up to the first baseman in foul territory, but a nice play made by Sarate for out number 2. So a 2 away, Aubrey Gonzalez at the plate. The first pitch to the righty fouled off just behind the Elgin dugout. 0-1 count now. The 0-1 to Gonzalez gets her swing and count now 0-2. Selena Frebel trying to end this inning with a little bit of momentum. But Gonzalez stays alive, fouls that one off. Now the 0-2 from Frebel. And she'll get Gonzalez swinging and missing, and that will end the first inning. But not before your Lady Cats able to put 3 runs on the board. We head to the second. Elgin leading 3-0.
KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation.
Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts.
We've been doing it for 15 years.
30-13, back in, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close up in the corner. But pitch to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
Back here in Elgin, I'd like to remind you today's game is brought to you by our sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoor. For all your sporting good and apparel needs, visit Academy Sports and Outdoors online or in store. So Gabby Haddad steps into the batter's box and sends this right to Hannah Riley, who makes an easy play for out number 1. That'll bring up Tina Williams, the second baseman for Pflugerville. After allowing a leadoff single in the first inning, Himanides kind of settled in. 4 straight batters retired, and that first pitch to Williams, a called ball. The 1-0, Williams sends this foul just behind. Just behind the home stand. So 1-1 count for Emma. And the 1-1 pitch to Williams. Outside for ball 2. Now the 2-1. Williams swings right back to Emma. The throw in time, but Hannah Riley can't hang on to it. So the error allows a base runner for Pflugerville. Now it'll bring up Leilani Kapuha. The third baseman now, the runner on first, stays away, but a called strike. One out for Kapahu. Now the 0-1. And this is fouled off directly towards the Elgin dugout. So now 0-2 count. Oh, 2 from Emma. She fouls this one off and stays alive. Count still 0-2. And the pitch from Nidek just a little bit high. So the first ball in this at-bat to her. Now 1-2 count for Kapahu. Williams staying pretty close on first base, not showing any signs of running. As Kapahu fouls this one off again. So count still 1-2, a good at-bat for Leilani. Now the 1-2 from Emma. And she'll catch Leilani swinging and missing at that one for her third strikeout of the night. And that will bring up Helen Barnwell, the right fielder. So with 2 outs, Barnwell trying to manufacture something here. Runner on first, and Barnwell swings and misses at the first pitch. So 0-1 count now. Now the pitch from Emma, a little bit outside. So count evens back at 1-1. Wind now moving a little bit out to the right as that 1-1 pitch misses down low and inside for ball 2. Now the 2-1. Barnwell swings for strike 2. So 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Nidek, and she'll get Barnwell for her fourth strikeout of the game. And we'll head to the bottom of the second with your Lady Cats leading 3-0.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts.
Wait, hold on just a moment.
It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com. For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
So Peyton Altmiller at the plate for Elgin. Bottom of the second here, 3-0 count. .30 score, excuse me. And the first pitch to Altmiller just outside for ball one. 2 hits and an error in the last inning for the Wildcats, able to put 3 runs up on the board against Frable. And the 1-0 to Altmiller into the right field. That'll be a base hit. A leadoff single for Elgin. So now Emily Sumner at the plate. As the second baseman will have a runner on first. In this second inning, Elgin trying to put some more runs up on the board. A little bunt played. Runner safe at second. Sumner out at first. Here's a throw. The first base gets away. Errant throw. Here comes the runner. Altmiller will be safe. 4-0 lead for Elgin. Now Jalen Robertson at the plate. One away for Elgin after the sacrifice bunt, but a 4-0 lead now to show for it. As Robertson, the 9-hole hitter for Elgin, watches ball one come in from Vrabel. Now the 1-0 as Robertson sends this foul into the parking lot. Vrabel set to throw the 1-1. Robertson swings and sends this up the middle, a nice liner. And another base hit for Elgin. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Kelsey Calhoun, to the plate now. Remember, Calhoun reached on an error to third base. And she was the first run scored after Haley Girard brought her home on a fielder's choice, excuse me. So now Robertson on first. Calhoun swings and misses at the first pitch. As Druin steps out the home plate, trying to keep an eye on Robertson. Oh, and 1 now, 1 out. Now the 0-1 from Vrabel. Throw the first, but Druin pulls back on the pump fake. So 0-2. As it looks like Robertson has the green light. Now the 0-2 to Calhoun. And that's down low for ball one. Looks like that Robertson's just trying to get a head start in case Calhoun puts it in play. So now the 1-2. And Kelsey will strike out for out number 2. Oh, excuse me, the umpire going to say it was a foul. Now he's going to delegate to the outfield umpire. And now another meeting between Pflugerville's manager. This is the second time he's come out. The way Kelsey reacted tells me that she thought she made contact. So 0-2. Pflugerville's home visiting crowd, not happy with that call. But nevertheless, Calhoun still in the batter's box. 0-2 count. Robertson on first. Foul ball, not playable. Gets away from her. And now the 0-2 from Vrabel. Outside, ball one. And now Calhoun fighting back. And now the home plate umpire going to meet with the other umpire. What about? I'm not sure. But Kelsey back in now. Umpire's saying it's a full count, 3-2. So we have a full count, 3-2, not 1-2, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch. Calhoun stays away. Called strike. So she's out of there. The second strikeout of the night for Selena Vrabel, and that'll bring up Haley Gerard now at the plate with 2 outs. But Jalen Robertson still over on first base. First pitch to Gerard, fouled off. As that hits the net behind home plate. 0-1 count. Now the 0-1. Robertson going to second base. The throw gets behind the shortstop Martinez, who rotated over. So a stolen base for Jalen Robertson. So that'll put her in scoring position. And now Haley Gerard, who has 1 RBI on a fielder's choice earlier. Now out to the plate, 1-1 count. That's down low. Robertson gonna go to third as that ball gets behind Druin. So the first pass ball, now a 2-1 count. And a 2-1 pitch from Vrabel inside. It's a called strike. Ball gets away from Druin again, but it is in for a strike, so the count evens up at 2-2. Coach Adams hoping that Gerard can just put something in play here. The 2-2. Down low, that's ball 3. So now we have another full count, back-to-back full counts for Vrabel. Gerard ready for the payoff pitch. Here it comes. 3-2, and she'll foul this one off. And now the home plate umpire going to get a different ball from the dugout. As looks like Selena Frable wasn't happy with the one they had earlier. So now Frable ready to go, and let's do this all over again. 3-2. The payoff pitch. Gerard swings and sends this high into the air out in left field, but this is not in play. And goes beyond the visiting dugout. So 2 straight fouls from Haley Gerard. It looks like Selena Frable having some issues with the equipment, not happy with the softballs being chosen. But now the 3-2 again. Gerard sends this high into the air in the infield, and Martinez making the play for out number 3. As we'll head to the third, but Elgin able to push across one more run. They lead 4-0 here on the Vype Live Network.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
For the end zone, touchdown, Ryder Hernandez on 4th and 2 from the 17.
Sure, Vype Sports brings you the best in area high school football, but Vype brings you exciting high school volleyball action.
Dive in the middle for the back row. Here comes James and gets the kill.
Vype brings you walk-off home runs on the diamond.
Line drive, deep to left. It is going, and it is gone.
From lacrosse to the pitch to the court and more, the leader in high school sports coverage is Vype Sports.
VYP.
Well, we now enter the third inning here in Elgin. Your Wildcats leading 4-0. As the 9-hole hitter for Pflugerville, Connally at the plate, Grace Ward, the left fielder. And she swings and finds nothing but air from Emma Neidig's first pitch. Neidig 4 strikeouts already. Only 1 hit allowed, 2 base runners. The latter coming on in E3. Now the 0-1. Ward showing bunt but misses. So now 0-2. As we'll see if Isabella Ramirez and Hannah Relly play a little bit closer. They do. The 0-2 line up the middle. Nice play made by Gerard, but she will not be able to make the throw in time, but saved a double. Or saved a single turning into a double there. But a nice base hit from Grace Ward, the 9-hole hitter for Pflugerville. So now with 1 on, no outs, that'll bring up the top of the lineup for Pflugerville Connally, and that'll be Sabrina Druin, the catcher, who had a single in the first inning. And she sends the first pitch foul. So now 0-1 count. As Druin fouls this one off again. 0-2 count now. Oh and 2. Called ball. So 1-2 count. As Morgan Heine's keeping an eye on the first base. As Grace Ward. Now the 1-2. Swinging strikeout for Emma Neidig, the 5th one. That'll bring up Selena Frable, Also Pflugerville's pitcher. The first pitch in for a strike, 0-1. And this is lined up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Ward holds up at second. Now she goes to third. That'll be at least a double to throw into the infield. No one's there. So a 1-out double from Selena Frabel. And now Pflugerville Connally, 2 runners in scoring position here. As that'll bring up Leah Martinez to the plate. Martinez 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first inning. So runners on second and third, 1 out. And Martinez stays away for ball 1. This is the first real scoring opportunity for Pflugerville Connally as Martinez sends this high into the air. And a great play made by Haley Gerard for out number 2. That's the first step in getting out of this inning for Emma Neidig. As that came off the bat a little weird, hung up in the air for a long time. But Haley able to run and make the play. So now Gia Zarate at the plate. That first pitch outside for ball 1. Zarate also 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in that first inning. The 1-0. That's down Broadway, but too low for ball number 2. So 2-0 count, 2 outs. Pflugerville Connally still has runners on second and third. The 2-0 pitch, that one was down Broadway. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, and this is fouled off, and now 2-2 count. As Emma Neidig 1 pitch away from getting out of this third inning with no damage done yet. Let's see if Gia Sarata has anything to say about it. The 2-2 pitch inside, and that will hit her. And now the bases are loaded. So bases loaded, Gabby Haddad at the plate. Haddad's 0 for 1, grounded out to Hannah Riley in that first inning. And she stays away for ball 1. Elgin just needs 1 out here to get out of this inning. The 1-0. This is fouled up in play, right back to the catcher. And a great play made by Morgan Heine to end this inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. Elgin still leading 4-0, despite Pflugerville able to load the bases up. We head to the bottom of the third here on the Vype Live Network. So bottom of the third, Isabella Ramirez at the plate for Elgin. Ramirez takes strike one. 1 for 1 so far tonight with an RBI double in that first inning. Stays away for ball one. Elgin's offense so far been successful in these first 2 innings as Ramirez sends this foul. 1 and 2. At least 2 hits so far in the first and second. 4 runs scored. Elgin making the most of their opportunities here on offense. The 1 and 2 now from Frabel. And the count evens back up at 2 and 2. The 2-2 to Ramirez, and she sends this high into the air. A skyscraper out in left field, but a nice play made by Grace Ward for out number 1. That'll bring up Hannah Riley to the plate. That first pitch gets behind Druin for ball 1. Riley 1 for 1 tonight with a single, and she sends this into center field, going back, and that ball's gone forever, folks. A 1-out home run from Hannah Riley. So the moon ball from Hannah Riley puts Elgin up 5-0 here. That'll bring up Morgan Heine. First pitch in for a ball. Morgan 0 for 1 here tonight. One 0 count. And Vrabel's pitch high and outside for ball 2. Another 2-0 from Vrabel. And she'll get Morgan swinging on that one, 2-1. Morgan stays away. Great discipline. 3-1 now. Vrabel delivers. Heine sends this in the right field. Playable and not able to make the play, though, is Barnwell. Heine to second. And she will stay there. 1-out double from Elgin. So the pinch runner in for Morgan Heine. That'll bring up Aubrey Gonzalez to the plate now with a runner in scoring position. Gonzalez bounces up high into the air, into the visiting stands, unplayable. Mackenzie Ferris is the pinch runner for Morgan Heine. Oh, 1 to Aubrey Ferris. Thinks about running the third, but holds up. So 1-1 count. The pitch to Gonzalez, and she sends this in the right field. Also playable, but this time Barnwell able to make the grab. Here's Ferris tagging third. She is safe, but an awkward fall. And she gingerly gets up and looks like she'll be okay. So now 2 away, but Ferris on third. And that'll bring up Peyton Altmiller. One for one tonight is Peyton with a single. And the first pitch in for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch outside, gets behind the catcher. Here comes Ferris to the plate. The throw in time, but she is safe. .6-0 lead for Elgin. The second pass ball from Pflugerville Connally, and this one costly. And here comes the manager to speak to the home plate umpire, as this is becoming a tradition every inning. Mackenzie's run is now the 6th run, but also continues Elgin's tradition of scoring a run so far each inning in this early game here, 6-0. But 3 runs scored in the first, 1 scored in the second, and now 2 scored in the third. So 1-1, 2 outs for Peyton Altmiller. Base is now empty as she sends this into shallow left field, but a nice play made by the shortstop, Martinez, to record the third and final out in this third inning, but not before. Hannah Riley with a solo shot to put Elgin up 5-0. They now head to the 4th, 6-0 here on the Vype Live Network.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation.
Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts.
We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd 13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close in the corner. But pitch to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events, for For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get all of your spring and now eventually summer needs at Academy Sports and Outdoors. So top of the fourth we go. Elgin leading 6-0 here on the Vype Live Network. Tina Williams at the plate for Pflugerville Connally. Tina reached on an error in the second. She shows bunt and pops this up high in the air behind her for a foul ball. 0-1 count. Five runners left on base so far for Pflugerville Connally. Yet nothing to show for it. Left the bases loaded in the third. Now the 0-1, Tina shows bunt right to Hannah Riley to throw the first in time. For out number one. Exceptional defense from the Lady Cats. So now, Leilani Kapuha at the plate. She struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1, and fouls off the first pitch. Oh, and 1 count for Kabahu. 0-1 pitch. And she fouls this one off. So now 0-2 for Leilani. Five strikeouts so far tonight for Emma Neidig. 2 hits allowed. Looking for strikeout number 6 as Leilani sends this foul. And just over an hour of game time played so far. It's a beautiful day out here in Elgin, Texas as the sun begins to set. 0-2 pitch from Emma. And this is down low for ball 1. The 1-2. Line to the third baseman. Ramirez to throw the first in time. Route number 2. Great throw from Isabella. And now with 3 straight retired for Emma Neidig, that'll bring up Helen Barnwell, the right fielder. As she is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. She sends the first pitch fouled. The 0-1 outside, ball 1. Barnwell swings and misses for strike 2. So Emma Neidig has her on the ropes. 1-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch and gets her swinging. Strikeout number 6 for Emma Neidig. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Your Lady Cats leading 6-0 on the Vype Live Network. So now Cassidy Davis at the plate. Davis pinch hitting for Emily Sumner. That first pitch in for a ball. One 0 Davis stays away. Now the count 2-0. Three 0 count now as Frable's struggling with her accuracy here this first at bat in the bottom of the fourth. And she'll walk. No, late call from the umpire. Very late call. That first pitch in for a strike, or the fourth pitch in for a strike. So 3-1 count now for Cassidy. Let's see if she's going to take. And she does. But another called strike. And now Selena Frable able to rally back and make the count 3-2. And now here comes the payoff pitch. And Davis swings and strikes out. Only the third strikeout of the game so far for Selena Frable, and now with one out, that'll bring up Jalen Robertson. Robertson singled in her first plate appearance, 1-1 tonight. One and 0 count in the dirt for ball two. Two 0 for Robertson, and she sends this one foul for strike one. Two one. And Frable evens it back up at 2-2. Two and two, and Robertson sends this foul. Here's a pitch from Frable. And Robertson sends this high into the air towards the first base, and easy play made for Serrate. So two down now for Elgin. That'll bring up Kelsey Calhoun. 0 for 1 tonight. Reached on the first at bat off an error. Elgin has at least recorded 2 hits in every inning so far tonight. First pitch into Calhoun for strike one. 0-1. Calhoun stays away, and that one is a ball. So 1-1 count now. And Calhoun fouls this one off for strike 2. So now 1-2 for the center fielder. Now the 1-2 from Frabel. Another foul for Calhoun. Good at bat for her. First run of the night's game came from Kelsey with great base running. Turned an error into a triple. Now the 1-2 from Frabel. In the dirt, ball 2. Count even at 2-2. Calhoun sends this up the middle. That'll be a base hit, and Elgin now extends their streak with a base runner and a hit in each inning so far tonight. Let's see if the Lady Cats can get a 2-out rally here now in this 4th inning with Haley Gerard at the plate. She's 1 for 2 tonight. Fielder's choice in that 1st inning that brought home Kelsey Calhoun. First pitch to Gerard. In for a ball, I believe. Jordan thrown over the first to keep an eye on Calhoun. Calhoun gets back safely, though. Another 1-out to Gerard. She sends this foul. The count evens back up at 1-1 here. 2 outs for Elgin. Kelsey Calhoun on first base. And Gerard sends this in the right field. Barnwell trying to make the play. Can't. That'll be a base hit. Calhoun the third. She'll stay there, and a double again for Elgin. So the base runners, second time tonight, Elgin's been able to get on base after some issues over in right field for Pflugerville Connally. But now runners on second and third. Isabella Ramirez at the plate. The first pitch to Ramirez in for a strike. She's 1 for 2 tonight. Had a double in that 1st inning. And a great opportunity in front of her with Calhoun on third and Gerard on second. But Elgin does have 2 outs. 1-1. That pitch from Frabel just a bit high and away. Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. Pops this high in the air, in play, and the first baseman making the play is Zarate. Elgin will leave 2 stranded, but still leads 6-0 as we head to the 5th on the Vype Live Network.
Vype Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation.
Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts.
We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Lily Colton in the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson. She fires the three. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by one.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
Elgin brings their 6-0 lead into the 5th inning now, as the 9-hole hitter Grace Ward will lead off here in this top of the 5th inning. Grace 1 for 1 tonight, had a single in the 3rd, but was left stranded on 3rd base, and what was Pflugerville Connally's best opportunity to put some runs on the board. Had bases loaded in the 3rd, but came out empty-handed. So Grace steps in. Emma Neidig ready for her first pitch, and this is fouled off towards the Pflugerville dugout. Emma's coming off her best inning yet, 1-2-3 in the 4th, including her 6th strikeout of the night. The 0-1 from Emma, and Ward sends this foul again. Turned on it just a bit late. So now 0-2. And Ward stays alive, just fouling this one off. The 0-2, the Ward, and the 4th straight foul missed at bat as Grace throws her head back in angst. Knowing she's close, but so isn't Emma from striking her out. The 0-2. This is line right back to the shortstop. The throw in time. Hannah can't get her glove on it. So a leadoff base runner is Grace Ward, now has reached first base in both her at-bats. That'll bring up Sabrina Druin, the top of the order for Pflugerville Connally. So no outs, runner on first. Druin swings and misses at the first pitch. This is the same scenario Elgin was in the 3rd inning. Ward reached on a single. And Pflugerville Connally was able to load the bases up, but again came out empty-handed as Druin now 0-2 in this count. She struck out in the 3rd inning. Led off the game with a single, though, in the 1st. Only 2 hits allowed from Emma Neidig, but 2 errors have negated that. Now the 0-2. And Druin strikes out. Number 7 for Emma Neidig. So now Selena Frabel at the plate. The pitcher for Pflugerville, Connally, should have double in the third. And she stays away, ball one. One and one. Frabel fouls us off. Raleigh going to make the play on it, though, in foul ball territory, as she'll make up for the error a few moments before that allowed the base runner, but gets one back maybe here with a great defensive play. So now 2 away. That'll bring up Leah Martinez. First pitch to Leah in for a called strike. The 0-1. Low and away for ball one. The 1-1, Martinez sends this foul. And now she'll fall behind in the count 1-2 to Emma Neidig. Martinez 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a flyout in her at-bats. Now the 1-2, and she sends this towards the second baseman. A good play made by Cassidy Davis to record out number 3. So one base runner, but a quick 1-2-3 after that for Emma Neidig. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Elgin still leading 6-0.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com. For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
Hannah Riley will be the first batter for your Lady Cats here. In the bottom of the 5th, 6-0 lead for Elgin. Very comfortable right now. But coming off a poor 4th inning when no runs were scored. Coach Adams can't be happy with that. The only inning so far tonight that Elgin hasn't pushed across the run, but I think he'll be okay with a 6-0 lead here on senior night. Elgin has recorded at least 1 hit so far in each inning tonight. 1 base runner in each inning. But Pflugerville has struggled defensively with an error in every inning so far, at least 4. But Hannah Riley now at bat, 2 for 2 tonight. And she's coming off a whopper in that 3rd with a solo home run out to left center. We'll see how Frabel pitches her. This one directed right back to the shortstop for out number 1. Good throw from Martinez. So 1 away. He'll bring up Morgan Heine. 1 for 2 with a double in the 3rd, and her pinch runner Mackenzie Ferris able to score on a pass ball. And she'll swing at the first pitch, but misses. Strike one. Oh, 1. Heine sends this high into the air. That's foul ball, though. Comes down just behind the Elgin dugout. 0-2 now for Morgan. Oh, 2. Heine sends this into shallow left field. And a good play made by Grace Ward for out number 2. So that'll bring up Aubrey Gonzalez, the left fielder. Aubrey 0 for 2 tonight, looking for her first hit. This one a little bit low for ball 1. And make it 1-1. Late call comes in, but strike 1 in this at bat. The 1-1 from Frabel, and Gonzalez sends this foul. Not playable though. But she falls behind in the count 1-2. As Selena Frabel looking for her first inning where no base runners have been allowed. Elgin been able to do a good job offensively getting on base tonight. Just a fierce attack from Coach Adams' squad. 1-2 now from Frabel. And Gonzalez stays alive but sends this foul. One and two out. Gonzalez, another foul. But she stays alive. Struck out in her first at-bat, that first inning. The 1-2 again from Frabel. And a called strikeout, and that'll end us. That'll end this 5th inning. We'll head to the 6th. Elgin leading 6-0. We return here in the 6th inning. Pflugerville Connally running out of time. But Emma Neidig kind of finding her rhythm. With Gia Serrate at the plate for Pflugerville Connally. 1 for 2 tonight with a hit by the pitch in the 3rd inning. And this is line right to Gerard to throw the first base in time. Great pick by Hannah Riley for out number 1. So 1 away now for Elgin. Gabby Haddad at the plate. And she'll miss on the first pitch for strike 1. Oh and 1. Gabby now swings 0 and 2. And she finds herself in the hole. Sends this foul, and umpire going to call it. So Gabby back in the batter's box, the 0 and 2, and she'll miss. Strikeout number 8 for Emma Neidig. So now Tina Williams at the plate. She reached in the 2nd inning off an error. Grounded out the last time around, the 4th. And now with 2 away, she'll take ball 1. Just 2 hits allowed so far tonight from Emma Neidig. 8 strikeouts. Did hit 1 batter. That was, of course, Gia, the previous batter for Pflugerville Connally. 2-0 count, though, as Williams sends this foul opposite the right field line. 1 and 2. 2 and 1. Excuse me. Williams senses right back to Emma, and a leaping grab is made for out number 3. first pitch to Peyton. Fouled off. And make it back-to-back foul balls. 0-2 now. It's a really beautiful night out here in Elgin, about 70 degrees. Wind not doing too much, but a beautiful sunset. If you folks have the opportunity to get outside. 0-2 the Peyton Altmiller, and that one just misses the upper left corner for ball one. I think Selena wanted that one. One-two now. Altmiller sends this into left field for a single. And she'll hold up at first. So 1 on, no outs. That'll bring up Cassidy Davis, who came in the 4th inning for her first at-bat. Struck out to Selena Frable. And she'll miss at the first pitch to throw the first base. But Peyton Altmiller is safe. Oh, and 1 to Davis. The throw back to first again from Druin. Altmiller safe again. One and one now. Davis sends this foul. 1-2. Count remains 1-2. As Frable delivers inside, ball 2. If this score remains, it will be the last inning Elgin would bat. 2-2. Inside, and now we have a full count, folks. Now the payoff pitch from Frable. Davis sends this into center field. It will get down. It'll be a base hit. Altmiller safe at second. And now runners on first and second. Jalen Robertson at the plate. No outs for Elgin. The 9-hole hitter, Robertson, 1 for 2. Had a single in the second inning. Had a stolen base. But flied out to the first baseman in the 4th. Shows bunt. Good bunt down. They'll throw the first base. Not in time. Here comes Altmiller to the plate. Davis also going to go home. She'll score. And Robertson Going to stay at second. That ball might have gone out of play. And be rolled a ground rule double. Robertson was going to third, but holds up. Manager going to come talk to him again. Umpires are discussing something right now. Now Coach Adams conferring with the umpires. So at the moment, trying to decide whether or not Jalen Robertson interfered with the play at all. Remember, she laid down the bunt. The throw, the first, got away from the first baseman, which allowed Altmiller and Davis to score. And Coach Adams very animated right now at the moment. Which makes me believe that a couple runs might come back here. There is no out, so if anything, they would call Robertson out and keep the runners on second and third, I believe. But it would take off, of course, the 2 runs that Elgin scored. But let's see, Kelsey Calhoun will be at bat next for Elgin. But she might have 2 runners on, or she might just have Jalen on. So yes, Coach Adams calling Cassidy back. So I believe they're going to count Peyton's run, but they're going to bring Cassidy back to third. They're going to keep Jalen at second. Okay, Kelsey will call time. First pitch. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 count to Kelsey. Now 2-0 as Druin pump fakes the third. So Cassidy Davis is on third. Jalen Robertson on second. 7-0. Bottom of the 6th. No outs, we believe. The 2-0 pitch. Kelsey puts it in play. 1 run will score, and she'll be safe at first. So now the score is back to 8-0. And an RBI single from Kelsey Calhoun, who is now 2 for 3 tonight. That'll bring up Haley Gerard at the plate. Runners on the corners for Haley, and she'll miss on this. Kelsey was running the second, but will have to be brought back to first. As that is being ruled a foul ball hit by Haley. Oh and 1. Line to left field. That's a base hit. Robertson home to throw the third base. Not in time. And an RBI double from Haley Gerard. Elgin now 9-0. And I believe we are just one run away from the run rule here. And the game-winning run on third base. Isabella Ramirez at the plate. She sends this high into the air. Frable calling for it. And she has it for out number 1 in this inning. You can tell Isabella really wanted that. But with a 1 out, it'll bring up Hannah Riley. Hannah with a home run in that third inning. She's 2 for 3 tonight. And they're going to intentionally walk Hannah Riley to load the bases up. How about that? So the intentional walk will bring up Morgan Heine. She'll have bases loaded, 1 out. Elgin just needs 1 run to win this game. That pitch inside for strike 1. Oh, 1 right back to Frable. Gets by the shortstop in Elgin. Will put across the 10th run. And that will do it, folks. Elgin victorious here tonight. 10-0 win with Morgan Heine, the game-winning RBI. And we thank you for listening here on the Vype Live Network. Cameron Parker, honored to call this victory after such a tough weekend. That hit close to home here in Elgin. We thank you for listening. We'll be back Friday for Elgin baseball. But until then, thank you for listening here on the Vype Live Network.